Hello everyone. It's Charlotte. Welcome back to my channel. I thought I would come in and work on this really cute journal today. This journal will be going in my shop, and I did want to show you, this is the giveaway journal. This is what I did. I finished her, put a crown down at the bottom on that paper clip, and added some beads and charm, a little gypsy bell, some pearls, and then this polka dotted grosgrain ribbon closure. I wanted to give a little announcement on this. I was going to make the cutoff date the 25th, but I'm going to extend it to the 30th. And I will I will announce a giveaway. My birthday's the 26th. I am going to extend this to the 30th, and I will announce the giveaway on the last day of the month, the 31st. And I'm doing that because I've received a couple comments from people that have just found it and really wanted to get something in the mail, and I can't say no to that, guys. So I am going to extend it. So if you wanted to be a part of that, you still have time, because this is what, is this the 20th? Is this the, what is today? Let me check and see. This is, yes, the 20th. So you've got 10 days. I'm going to be sad to see my birthday come and go, because this month has just been really fun. Okay, let me turn my phone off. And I was working a little bit on and off yesterday and tried to get some things kind of together. Just kind of came up with a few ideas, put some stuff aside, and we'll see what we can do with this. But let's see what we've done so far. Or I should say what I've done so far, because we didn't do any of this on camera. Not since we have I've sewn these in, have we worked on this. We have this page here, and I absolutely love this Prima paper. Found this scrap, and then this goes with this paper, I do believe, and so I made a tag out of that. And then we've got the vintage German paper. We have some scrapbook paper. I haven't decided if I want to do something with this piece or if I'm going to leave it. I think I'm probably going to leave it so that you've got journal space, and then maybe we'll just put a tag on this. Medieval Mirage, I found that in my stash. You know, I'm trying to use up a lot of the things that I have. And so I made a belly band out of that. Beautiful pink roses. Then these are the papers that, I think there's 3 of them, I took out of the signatures. And so I decided, well, let's just do some little envelopes out of them. So I did this one, and I liked the way that this fit. This thing is already so full, and I haven't even begun. I'm telling you, haven't even begun. I don't think there's going to have to be a whole lot of journal space, because it is hard to keep open to journal in. I mean, you can, but it isn't going to be easy, because it is pretty full. And then this was a flip up. I have this tag. So I put this tag on there, and I will come back and do the decorating. That is the last thing I will do. And then this was just sitting here, this sticker on my, I think this was from Crafter Deidre. Thank you. Was sitting on my desk, so I thought, let's use it. So we've got a doily, we've got a journal page. This would be a great journal if you like to journal this way. I mean, really good. Vintage map. So in love with the patina on these. So we've got a vintage map, some deli paper, some more of that Prima paper there. I stuck that little tag in there, and then I made one of these little paper snippets and added a piece of lace and a piece of fabric I had this. This is from the lavender, the Prima lavender. Put a couple seed beads on that bulb pin, added a bow, and so you've got papers here you can do with whatever you want. So just going through it, let's see where we're at. We are here, and let's see what I have that we can do. Here is another one of the pages I took out. So here's another envelope. So there will be an envelope in 3 of the signatures. There's one, just cute. I love that this is pretty thin paper, but it's crispy, and I really, really like that. So let's see if I have anything here. I made this morning with scraps that were sitting here, but because we've got that, I don't want to put that there. And I'll walk you through that, and I'll walk you through this. Well, this is kind of cute. Maybe this will work. How about this, guys? Isn't that pretty? Yeah, I did this. This was a tag off of some clothing, and I just covered it. So that's kind of cute. Maybe that would be a good idea. And then in this bag, I have got some Prima stuff. So these are just fun to play with. Here's a little tag. Here's a little tag. Here's a little piece of a measuring tape. And then maybe I've got some Artie Mays stuff here. How about a stamp? Another stamp. And I wonder about this. This has got nothing on it, but that might be cute to play with. So, hey, all right. And then we'll come back and see if we want to do something here. Maybe we will. And I might end up using that tag and replacing it, so we'll see. So we've got another pocket here. So it's basically, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do I just want to do tags? Do I want to... I made this out of my scraps. Thought that was cute. We'll put that somewhere. But I'm wondering, I think this will be too big. Maybe not. Maybe that will work. You can see why these things get so... Okay, let's see what this is. You can see why I want to be careful. This is a little bit sturdier than book page. So I don't want it to tear, but I had seen these online. I had this book page here. Well, I don't really like this. We're entering a dungeon. Yeah, I don't think so. We're smoking cigars. And we struck him hard across the face. Well, and then we could have some deceit. I don't like that. So we're going to have to cover this up unless we glue this down. Maybe I will save this and we'll glue it down. But what I did is I just created a little flip here at Medieval Mirage. This is a Prima sticker, and I think that's Prima paper. Then I had this here, so I thought, well, that's a cute little thing to collage with. So I put that in there. And then I had these scraps sitting on my desk, and I thought, well, let's just make a little bookmark, a little tag, and then I put that in there. But now it's a decision, how badly do I want that there? Because if I do, then I'm going to need to cover this up. I think I'm going to put this aside. We're going to glue that down. That just makes more sense to me. And then, do you remember when we did this, when I was trying to figure out how to do those folds? I had this piece of paper, so I was playing with this yesterday. And what I did is I took out some of my scraps. Once again, this is vintage, this right here. This is Prima, this is Prima. And this creates a pocket. It's supposed to create a pocket. This creates a pocket. Then this is a pocket here. And there is a pocket in there, but then you have this. So that, I thought that was kind of cool. So we've got this, but I think when I fill this up, I'm just kind of taking you along on a journey here as I'm thinking about it. It's going to be, that's going to be too thick. So that's not going to work. So I think maybe right now, because I don't have anything sitting here that is made, that I am going to put, which one's prettiest with her? Maybe this one. I'm going to put this in there for now. Let's just see where we go. Then we've got this page here. There's our center. This flips out. I could put something there. I kind of like that, but yet again, I don't. How about, nope, it doesn't fit. Okay, just going through this. That's not going to fit. That may not even go in there. That may not fit at all. So let me see if there is a spot for, let's see if I can find a spot for this too. That has a pocket. I could take the pocket out. I think I've got some wider pieces. This is wider here. This might work to glue this down in. Oh, look at that, guys. Let's do that. Okay, so let me get a clip. Bigger clip. No, it's the same size. Okay, let's see if that'll help me. And then maybe clip this. Like that. So then I can just glue this right down there like that. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. And you can see I still haven't made my jewelry. I keep thinking I'm gonna have the time to make my jewelry so I don't, oh, and I just lost it. I'm in trouble now. It just fell. Yep, I'm gonna have to try to find another one. Okay, well, we're not gonna worry about it. I'll have to just stick a pin or something in there for now. But yeah, it's always worth looking at your book pages and just kind of, I know you don't want to read everything, but it's really worth just looking to make sure that you're not sending something to someone that they're like, oh my gosh, what is that? Don't need that. And then, of course, if you're dealing with foreign books, you have no idea what you're sending, really. You know, that's just one great big surprise. So I like that. I'm not sure I'm going to keep this in there, though, because this is pretty, it's not thick, but it doesn't really want to give. I don't want to strain that too much. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I may end up moving that around. So let's go backwards. I had an idea. Yes, it's paper dolls. And I know from the comments, I was shocked at how many of you really don't like paper dolls. I really was. I have some 49 in Market frames, and I thought this might make a really cute tuck and use a paper doll like that. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this aside, and I am going to make 2 tucks with these guys because I think they're cute. This is from Sherry's stash that she sent. I love that little guy there. And I thought she was pretty. I liked her. Look at her. She's all dressed up and nowhere to go. And we're going to punch this out here. I always have to check the back because I can never tell if something should be punched. And I think I'm going to do the same thing with her. Put her there. So let me check him. He's got no punches. So I just think this might be really cute. Something a little bit different. So the feet and the head. Let's see. We need the feet. We need the end of the dog. I think we might be good. Turn this way. Just like that. Little personality here. Oop. Okay, well, they didn't like that. But you know what, guys? This is where you have to be. This has, this 49 in Market frame has stitching on it, so I probably should have used the Fabrifix. Let me just put a little bit more on here, and let's give this a little bit of a clamp. And I can see they're not sticking. Yep. And I'll clamp this too, just to give it enough time to dry so they don't go anywhere. And in the meantime, I'm going to cut this. So I think I'm going to cut it. We'll see how this works. I may end up not even liking this, so we'll see what happens. And this one the same. I just think that's really cute. And I think I will cut it down because I don't really need those ends. We're going to get into the Fabrifix. So let's see where we need her to go. Kind of looking, do we want the shoes off the page? Maybe. Let's do it like that. That looks cute. So the bottom of her skirt, or basically all of this. So what I like about this idea is not only am I using some of the paper dolls, but I'm also using some of my frames because I've got quite a few of these frames. These 49 in Market frames. I don't know if I purchased some and then somebody gave me a bunch. You know, like I've said, I've hoarded things. for quite a while. I know there's quite a few hoarders out there. I know because you tell on yourself. You tattle right on yourselves in the comments. You tell me you're a hoarder. And I know I keep saying, don't hoard. But, you know, every now and then you just get something. Maybe it's not so much hoarding. Maybe it's just that you have something and you love it so much, you're not ready yet to part with it. Maybe that would be a better way to say it. Just not ready, quite ready to let it go. And there is nothing wrong with that. So there, I've got a whole lot of stuff I'm just not quite ready to let go. Now, let's see what we've got. I think I can take this off and hopefully we're going to be okay. And I really don't like this. So that becomes then a question of what am I going to do with that? So let's look at this and see where we might want to put this. Where do we want that to go? Oh, that's not even glued down. I don't know what happened here. Are we glued down up here? You know, guys, it's a process. So are you going to do anything exciting over the weekend? Oh, I'm asking you that. This is Friday the 20th for me. So you're probably seeing this. My guess is it's Monday. Okay, so sorry about that. You've already had your weekend and done whatever it is you're going to do. He's not, Charlotte, going to go there. What are you thinking? But he could. There is a pocket. Man, I made a lot of these. Okay, maybe. Just to show you that you can put a little vintage with a little shabby, but he really is going the wrong way. I think he needs to go towards the outside. She could go here. So let's look at this. She loves roses. She told me so. So we could put her right there and she'd make a tuck. Guys, that's cute. Let me see if I have a couple of these. Let's see, just to kind of bring a little bit of a dark color, a darker color, I should say, over here. Maybe I'll do that. Or maybe I'll do that. I kind of like that. Okay. So we're going to cut this off because I do not like this. So we are going to, the question becomes, okay, how are you going to cut it, Charlotte? And I think I'm going to cut that like that. And I'm going to leave that just for stability. And I'm going to cut this here. And I think I'm going to leave the bottom for stability. Yeah. Okay, so then I think I'm going to take this, put some glue on it. Just kind of want to mesh these two pages together. I am finding that I am becoming more and more eclectic in my journals, which is fascinating to me. Not so matchy-matchy. And then I have this little guy, so maybe we can get him in here. Now you could, if you've got the paper dolls, I think you can take your embossing glazes and you could color her dress, her hat, whatever. I also think I'm gonna have to go and look, but I think if you've got what are the crayons, the Ranger or Tim Holtz crayons, I think you could give her color with that too. So they don't have to be all brown. So if I put that down there like this, at this rate, we're just going to be here all day. And I know nobody wants to be hanging out all day. That is not going to work. So I'm like, how much? Probably something long and narrow is what I am going to end up having. Yeah, something long and narrow. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to glue, or do I want to just have something there and have this down? So I feel like I have the option of gluing this side and the bottom, and then I would have a tuck that could come down this way, right behind her, all the way. Or I could also glue where her hat is and have a tuck this way. So I am thinking, to be honest with you, of going this way. So I think that's where we're going to start. I am going to use the Fabrifix, and that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to come down. See the stitching? That's what the white glue didn't like that. So I'm going to come down this way and along the bottom. And I'm not going to worry about her shoes. I'm really just want to make sure that this gets down. And I don't want it in the curvature of the spine. So I am going to, let's see, maybe I'd have better luck going this way. Just hold it till it can grab, making sure that I'm not gluing her to that page. And I can see here where we're not down. So I think I'm going to hold this, guys, and I'm going to take a sip of water. And let's see what we've got. So it is like 58 degrees here and beautiful outside, just so sunny and pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous day, beautiful day to be working in the yard. I think we have her. I think we did it. Did we do it? I hope we did it. I hope. Let's go this way. Let's see if I don't want too many of the same thing in one signature, but this might be really cute right there. Look at how pretty that is. This is also Medieval Mirage. So what is in this? We have some Medieval Mirage. This was a page I took out of one of the signatures. Book page, copy dyed page. And this actually is, that is from Karen Billinger. This actually is a Billy Band. So I'm thinking, just to get some of this stuff off my desk, maybe we will put that there, and we need a paper clip, some kind of little clip to keep that in place. And we'll just use a yellow one, because a yellow one is what I got. So let's do this. just like that. And we'll do something here. Let me see if I have anything on my desk I could use. I could take this little bit and put it there, because that kind of matches. Well, that is pretty, isn't it? Okay, that matches the belly band. Or I could, I've got this piece. No, not that. And I've got this piece. No, not that. I think I'm going to take and do this. Just put that right there like that, because I think that looks really good. Okay, in my lap, I am going to cut this with my cutter. I think when you're left-handed, it's just easier. It is. So let's see. Now I could, if I wanted to, make this. Where was I? I could make it a pocket, but I don't think it needs to be a pocket. So I think I'm going to glue that right there like that. And I'm going to use the white glue. So I'm also in the process of working on my second Angel Dream Crafts Kim lace project. And I think I came up with a great idea, so we shall see how it turns out. And then maybe we'll put a little something something on this. Just a little something something. We could turn this into it. Oh, we really could turn this into a little tuck. We could turn this into a little pocket. Oh, I think I like that idea, guys. I think I might turn this into a little pocket. Let me check this out a second. I am trying to use all of this. I don't want to cut it off. I am trying to use all of this. This may be a little bit too big, but let's put her on here. I want to see the numbers. And I think I'll leave that like that. I'm not going to cut it off. And I'm going to make this just a little pocket. Right here. Make this a little pocket. Hopefully I'm on camera. And then let me see if I can find something tiny. I know I'm not, you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just going through stuff over here. I have a lot of really cute Artie Mays tickets and things. So I'm just going to pull this mess out and go through and see if I have something that's small enough that would look good without knocking everything over. So get you in there. And then let's see what we can stick in here. If you go on Artie Mays's, if you go into her Etsy shop, she has a kit, digital kit, that's called Oddments. And in that kit, that's too big. In that kit, there's all these tickets and Just a whole lot of little things. Ooh, I kind of like those. I don't think that's Artie Mays, but that's from a different person. Like, she's got things like this and just all sorts of fun. This is one. I've done several videos using her oddments because I absolutely love it. These are hers. This is hers. This is hers. This is hers. Lots of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. That's hers. I'm just trying to find the little guys that might fit in here. So here's some little pieces right here. Perfect, perfect. So I can see now I'm going to end up with a mess for you to look at, and I apologize for that. I think I do for sure want to use those in here. All right, these might be a little bit too big. So we have that, but look at, we've got this. That will work. This guy here, that will work. And this guy, this will work. And I think that's probably gonna, oh gosh, that's just cute. That's really cute. Okay, I'm glad we did that. Now we have her, and we want to fill her up. But what are we going to fill her up with? I don't think that this will work. I think this is really too big. This is not going to happen. So I need something long and narrow. So what are we going to do about that? Oh, what do I have? This is the hard part when I have to stop and make something. This might be really pretty with that. So let's see, what can we get into? All right. Which way does it go? I definitely want that flower. So is this too long? I mean, this is kind of me, guys. This is what you get when I'm sitting here doing my thing. Not knowing what I'm doing. Just hanging out. Hoping I do something and go, oh my gosh, that's perfect. And let's see if this will work. Maybe. Try to get this to go straight. I really don't want it to be a wacky Monday video, but let's see what happens. If I can get this in here, it'll be a good day. Let's see. How far down? She's going to go that far. So what are we going to do with this? Okay, well, we know we have to cut her off because that's not going to work. So let's see. I'll take it off. If I take it off this much, then I am going to be able to have enough to do something with later. And I could make this a pocket. Can I overlap it enough? I could put a, why don't we do that? Okay, let's, I could make this so you can open it up. I could, it's prettier. I think I am going to, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I am going to close this up because I'm going to use this as a large pocket. And in this pocket, I can put like a bookmark. So let's do that. And hope I don't glue this down to where I glue it shut. It's not what I want to do. Through to the other side. So let's see. Make sure we're good. Excuse me. Okay. Let's just, I don't like that raggedy looking. And then I think, just so you'll know that it is a bookmark, I'm just going to take just the tiniest little bit. See that? Tiniest little bit off of there. And then now we're going to need to make something to go in here. So let's pull our scraps out and see what we've got. We're going to need something about this size. Yep, look at that. A little bit bigger than that. And let me get into my box of scraps. We've got that file folder. Maybe use this one. That file folder. And then we need, I'm not going to keep you sitting there with nothing to look at. So let me just grab a piece of cardstock that we could put over that. I know what I want. I just have to find it. I know what I want. I do. That would be pretty. That isn't what I wanted, but that would be pretty. This is what I wanted. So you tell me, which one of these should I use? I'm going to use that. All right. So I know that we need it because this is folded. This is going to be pretty true to size. So just a little bit smaller. And we want it to hang out at the top. So maybe about like that. So once again, in my lap, I am here. We are just going to cut this down. And cut the bottom off. Of course, I didn't take the piece that had the mark from the bottom. Isn't that pretty standard? And I think this is still too big. Yep, it is. Goodness gracious, Charlotte. Okay, that's 5 1/4. So let's cut it at 5 1/2. And let's take just a tiny bit more off. Come on, girl. Sorry, guys. It's Friday. It's the afternoon. I'm in here playing without a plan, and this is what happens when you play without a plan. That's cute. What do you think? All right, let's cover it. Now, this isn't technically a, the purpose isn't technically a tag. It is, I'm thinking of it more as a bookmark. So I wonder if I just want to take the paper and just fold it over this file folder. Just fold it over and cover the back. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So the front and the back will look the same. Why not? I mean, I can't think of any reason not to do that. So when I'm up here working, this is really kind of what you get. I'm not sure I know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of fiddling around and hoping that I do something that turns out decent. So if we fold this, or, I mean, I could have it like that, or, you know what, I'm going to do, instead of that, I'm going to do one of my favorite things to do. And I'm going to turn this into something. So, let me get a piece of copy dyed paper. I don't think I have any in my scraps. It's going to be long enough. And then what I'm going to do is make this a fold out journal spot. So it can be a bookmark, but you're also going to be able to fold out a paper and have it a little journaling spot. So we are going to, I think it might be better to do it this way. Yeah. So we're going to glue this down. I could have used the glue stick for this, but I didn't. So we're going to glue that there onto there like that. Get this out of here. I keep thinking about videos like this. Why would anybody want to watch a wacky video like this? And you guys keep telling me in the comments, we like them, Charlotte. Just keep them coming. Okay, then what we're going to do is we are going to turn this like this and fold it like that. Then we're going to cut this off. So you have a little fold out journal spot. That's what this is. So let's see if I can do this just because it's going to be faster. So my husband brings in a box last night, and I swear he said to me, "You got a box from your brother." And I didn't open it because I thought, okay, it's probably birthday. So the box sat there and I didn't do anything with it. And so I get up this morning and I text my brother and I say, I just want to let you know that your box came. And I haven't opened it. And I didn't hear anything back from him, which was odd. He just retired. So I didn't hear anything back from him. So I went downstairs and I looked at the box. It wasn't from my brother. It was from my sister-in-law, my husband's brother's wife. Completely different family. So I had to text my brother back and say, just ignore, he's used to this kind of, I'm 7 years older than he is. He is used to this kind of stuff from me, okay? Yeah, he's probably thinking, oh my goodness, what got into her? So this can go in depending upon how you want to open it. But see, you've got a nice little journal spot there. Isn't that cute? I do this a lot. You could open it this way, but it makes just, it's a little add-on. And then I'm looking at this thinking, maybe, do we want a little washi tape? That's kind of thick. Maybe this one. The colors aren't exactly right, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I put washi tape on this if I want to. And I could put it on that side and fold it over onto that side. Let's do that. Let's make it go this way, though. No, let's show the blue. Yeah, this is Amity Bloom, in case anybody's interested. And Sweet Nazi. Okay, just like that. I don't think I'm straight. Thank goodness washi tape is not one of those things that as soon as you put it down, it sticks, because I would have just a lot of trouble with that. Okay. And then you're going to have the sweet surprise of when you open this up, of having this beautiful design. And kind of takes care of the rough edge. So look at that, guys. It's just one of those things that, I mean, we could add something else on here if we wanted to. But you open this up, look at that. It's so pretty. Okay, what do I have? Can I use one of these Prima thingies? I could, and I think I will. Yes, I think I will. Let's put it like right there, just as a something something. We could have, I didn't, but we could have put a tab at the top. I tell you what I really missed out on, and that's the whale tail. That, I don't understand why they don't come out with another whale tail, because they're so popular. People love them. Okay, so let's see. Now watch this not fit. Oh, there we go, right in there. And this will go right in there. What's it look like from the other side? That looks fine. But you know what I'm going to do? I am going to, yes, I am going to do it. I am going to, let's see what it would look like if I just did it to one side and not the other. Okay, does it look like I forgot something? I don't think so. Clip that off. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. And then maybe put, do I have anything in here without getting in my stash? Let's see. I'm sorry, guys, you know, but this is just kind of what happens. I think this is way too big. It's just funny looking, but I kind of like this. You know what? If we don't check it out, we are never going to know. So let's look at that with maybe one of my little favorite eyelash trim. How about or it's funny how something little, you know, it just takes time. You have to figure it out. How about if we did that? Kind of like that. So you know what I'm going to do? Let's see. I'm going to get my little stapler. I normally use my mother's stapler, but it's out of staples and I didn't go look for any. So I like using her stapler because, you know, I mean, yeah, you know, it's one of those things. Let's see if this worked. It did. And you know, I have to tell you, when you use a stapler, it's just another element. It's a little metal element, so don't be afraid to do that. That's kind of cute, don't you think? I'm wanting something there, though. That's just really not working for me. So let me see what I have in my Karen Billinger hearts. 2 white. I don't have any pink. Of course, that's always the first one I go to. But I do have, and let's probably the wrong color green. Let's check out this. Let's check this one. That might work. How about that? Is it too bright? I don't know what you're thinking when you're looking at that, Charlotte. There's no blue in there at all. So it's kind of wonky looking. Oh my gosh, you guys, if I am boring you, you can turn this off. You can turn it off and I'll be okay. Oh my gosh, I almost like that. There's something wrong with me. I am bound and determined I am going to do this. So, almost like that. You know what? I think so. I'm going to use that because look at this blue here. We're going to do this. And I like to look at it and make sure I like the part that puffs up on the outside, but it really doesn't matter. I don't think there's any right or wrong. So I hope you're still with me, but I wouldn't blame you if you weren't. Oh my goodness. Low energy today, I feel like. Okay, I do like that. You can still open this up and look at that. It's so cute. So let's put it in here and see what we have. And I'm probably going to let you all go because I think I'm kind of cuckoo. Oh, I love that. So let's see what the Paper Doll Queen looks like there. Oh, see guys, is that really bad? All of you that don't like, and I'm not trying to change your mind. You have every right not to like paper dolls if you don't like them. But don't you think she's cute? I think she's cute. And I think that I'm going to have to take, I'm going to put him in here. But I'm going to have to get out my glossy, my embossing glazes, and I'm going to have to color on some of these, and we'll see what that looks like. But let's see if we have a place we can put him. But I am going to cut this off because I don't want that. But I feel good because I used a part of the frame. And I used 2 paper dolls, and I think they look cute. I like what I did with them. I mean, that is so unexpected. You go from that to that, and that's just cute. Okay, so I don't want 2 paper dolls in the same signature. So this is the second signature. She's in the first signature. Second signature, maybe the third signature. Because if I put it in the second, it's going to be like, well, wait a minute. Shouldn't this have a paper doll? So cute. There's a little pocket there. How would he look next to that book page? Oh, he's cute, guys. Look at that. Okay, let's put him here. And then I'm going to let you go. I've got to go through my tags and find a bunch of tags for this, but I am going to put him right there. And I think, let's see, could he be... Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to do that, but I know I have to hold him down to dry. So I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to thank you for hanging out with me in this wacky video. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody, and hugs. Bye.